Hi, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is Monday, September 27th, 2021. This is a special edition. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security, and I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right. So also, if you like these types of videos, like and subscribe. Gotta always say that, right? All right, here we go. 10-year yield. It got into the 1.5 range, came back. It's 1.485 right now. So if the 10-year does break that 1.5 and continues higher, and this is some type of, call it bull flag or whatever you want to call it in yields, good chance that the high flying tech stocks or software stocks or whatever you want, the growth stocks, good chance that they may not do quite as good in that environment. Doesn't mean they're going to go straight down. They could. It just means that they may not be doing quite as good. They may not be the leaders at that point, right? And again, I'm not a yield expert or anything like that, but from what I understand, based on evaluations and things that I don't get into, it's bad for growth stocks. So with all that being said, again, it has to do with them borrowing money and basically most of them not making a profit. All right, that being said, let's go into what could potentially work in an environment where we have higher yields and bonds are going lower, right? So in general, that type of environment would be really good for oil and gas names, energy names. It would also be good for banks and like, so I went ahead and made a list of some of the strongest oil and gas names and banks I could find, so you guys could populate your watch list and see what you like. And then of course I put my favorites at the end. So here we go. A lot of oil and gas names hit this. So I want to switch this back. Get my moving averages here. If you don't know, this is the 9-day EMA, the 23-day EMA, and the red one is the 65-day EMA. Okay, so we can take a look at all three of those. First one is VNOM, which is Viper Energy. This is actually the VWAP from the IPO way back when, and this is what the chart looks like. So as you can see, it's coming to this area, breaking out, great accumulation volume coming in here. It has been actually since June. So that one looks really good. That's Viper, VNOM. LNG, one I've mentioned in the past. I've mentioned Viper also in the past. If you go way back when in this one, this is a monthly chart. The month is almost over. And look at this beautiful breakout to all-time highs on the monthly. That is a very strong looking name. So that's LNG, Cheniere Energy, KRP. Go ahead and doing this to we'll go ahead and see this area, and we have a pretty strong breakout, and today was a little bit of a follow through. Again, great accumulation going on in that name. RRC, this one, I mean, it just was a rocket, came back, touched the 9-day EMA, and then boom, took off again. It kind of shows you how strong this name is. When you have the 9-day, guiding the price action, that's a really, really strong name. That's RRC. CRK, again, same idea. Just a rocket up, came back. There's your 9-day, and boom, rocket up again. Again, nice volume on there. Beautiful, beautiful looking chart. Next up is SD, Sandridge. Again, it's not even touching the 23-day, right? It's a 9-day guiding it up. And so this really has been going on since the beginning of August, right? This uptrend started here. Now, obviously, this was on my radar here. Maybe with this breakout, maybe it starts to get on people's radar. But in the end, look at this type of accumulation. People have been in this name. There's a lot going on here. That's SD, CHX. Champion X Corporation, it's got this kind of downtrend. It's trying to break out. Didn't quite make it there today, but pretty good volume overall. So that one looks pretty good. ARLP, that one's a coal name, I believe, but look at this accumulation coming in here. Just pretty amazing right there. Again, pulled back. This one did hit the 23-day. They've been kind of trading kind of close together, but is moving higher. Again, nice accumulation though going on throughout this name. Next is OKE. Yeah, I mean, look at this, just big up, and it gapped up today, held in the what's called about top half or so of its range. Again, nice accumulation. That's one oak. Next up is COG. This is a Cabot oil, and you see this goes back. This has been, support resistance back for a long time. Here we are back there again. And like most of these names, by the way, and I should have probably mentioned this in the beginning, they're extended. This is not like, hey, buy these today type of a video. This is, okay, we've seen the initial thrust. These are pretty good. Now wait for that low volume pullback. Hopefully we get it into the moving averages, and then get the better risk reward entry. But so none of this is really saying these are ready to be bought tomorrow. And most of these aren't. I mean, I wouldn't touch this. It's just too gone for me. But it's a good looking chart, good price action. And that's why I'm making this video, just to make you guys aware. COP, ConocoPhillips, again, breaking out. This is the third day of the breakout, right? This is day one breakout, and it's been going up for the week, 2 weeks, week and a half. Looking great. I mean, but look how extended it is, right? If this comes back and retests, $63 or so, $62.75, that's the entry. That's the low risk reward. I'm sorry, low risk, high reward entry that we're looking for. Next up is COP. I did that one. Sorry. Next is DVN. That's my last one for the oil and gas names that I think look really, really strong. This one again broke out, a couple of days ago. Really, that was the breakout right there. And it's just moving higher. All right. So there's some bank stocks that are looking really good too. LNC. This is Lincoln National Corp. Again, pretty good accumulation volume coming in right here. LPLA. This is LPL Financial. Again, you see people are starting to come into these names, right? The volume is really picking up. FBC, the breakout today in the top, 3/4 of the range or so. Now this one had decreasing volume as it broke out. And it could just mean that it needs some sideways movement, sideways action to short it up for the true breakout to happen. But it still looks really, really good, and price closing all-time highs. WAFD, this is Washington Federal. Again, beautiful accumulation volume coming in here with a strong breakout near the top of the range. And the last one in this group will be Zion, ZION. Again, you got the beautiful breakout, not huge volume, but it is so far extended. I mean, this retest of $60.50 or something like that, if it came back that way, that would be the risk reward entry I'd be looking for in this particular name. There's a couple others also that look pretty good. NTR, Nutrien, looks like a pretty good name right here. I like that there's nice accumulation volume coming in. It broke out today near the high of the range. Again, very extended. RRR. This is Red Rock Resorts. I've highlighted this one in my other videos too. Again, great accumulation volume, but again, it is extended. So I would have to come back and probably retest. And remember, these may not come all the way back and make a perfect retest. Like there's a good chance that they don't, because they are such strong names. At least recently they are. And the last one is Macy's. Macy's, has been breaking out again. This was about, only about a third range. Good, decent volume coming in. So it's still a breakout though, but it looks pretty good. All right, so there you go. There was around 20 names I just went through that look really, really strong. Now I'm going to highlight my favorites. I have 4 oil and gas names that to me look really good. The first one is going to be Viper Energy, VNOM. Going to a monthly chart. Actually, this one doesn't really, this has been an important area going back, for a while here, kind of stopped here. There was a breakout right there. So coming back to a daily, what I'm looking for is all this accumulation volume that's coming in. Now, if you saw here, the sellers kind of showed up today. That's great. Good. I hope it sells, comes back. This is the VWAP from the IPO. And that would be the place I would potentially look to get long, $20.75. That would be right where the 9-day EMA is, and you can see it is traveling up the 9-day. So that is a great spot also from this gap right here, or this move higher. I'm not sure if that was a gap, but this move higher right here is also where that VWAP is. So there's a confluence of stuff right here for VNOM, VNOM, LNG. This one, I mean, it's just a monster natural gas name, right? It's just way extended. As you can see, the sellers came in, not the place to buy here. Let it come back. Maybe it comes back down to $92-ish, right where this 9-day is. And then I would consider getting long at that point. Not quite yet. That's LNG. SD looks really, really good. I'm just riding the 9-day. This one has to come back, right? It has to come back. And again, it may not come back all the way, but $12, right? If it come back to $12, that would be a great spot. I don't know if it's going to make it there, though. I mean, that was a huge move today, right? This is a 15% move today. Not sure if it's going to retrace the entire move or not. But again, if it can touch the 9-day, I would use the 9-day as a potential area to get involved in this name, SD. And the last one for the oil and gas names, ARLP. Again, monster accumulation happening in this name. Looks fantastic. This one will touch the 23-day, right? It's in its character. So would love to see this come back and maybe, maybe sub 10-ish, $9.75, somewhere around there. And I think this can move higher, much higher. Again, this accumulation is pretty intense ever since, June or so. In the banks, there's two that really stood out to me. The Washington Federal, WAFD, that one looked really, really good. Beautiful breakout, increasing volume, everything I want to see. Way extended though. Can it come back and touch 34? And then that's a great entry? Possibly. That's what I'd be looking for. So that was one. And the other one, I liked Zion here. Again, a beautiful, just uptrend, way extended. Let it come back. Let it maybe close this gap. Let the moving averages catch up. And I think this one looks like it can move much higher too. As long as it kind of holds this, $60.68, somewhere around there. Let's see what the high was there. 60.66. All right. And then, NTR looks really good. I thought Nutrien. I thought that looked pretty good for a non-bank, non-oil gas name. And Red Rock Resorts, again, another one that looks really good. Great accumulation, big move higher. All right. So if interest rates, the 10-year is going to be moving higher, which it looks like it is. If it's going to be moving higher, chances are oil and gas names, banks, and a few others are going to be doing very, very well in that environment. Growth stocks, traditional growth stocks, may just be out of favor for a while. Maybe they just, they consolidate whatever gains they had. Who knows? But these are the ones that are on my watch list. These are the ones that, over the next few days or week or two, I may be looking into getting involved with, because, you got to take what the market gives you. We don't get to choose, right? That's I got to say about that. We don't get to choose. All right. So hope this helped. Let me know which ones y'all like. If I missed anything, hope this, if you like this type of content, like and subscribe. I really do appreciate that on my YouTube channel. Find me on Twitter at AlphaCharts365, and good luck out there.